4, 3, 2, 1. You're hot.
Up on one. No Stefan. Stand by A. VO. Banner.
Capture the most incredible parts of the natural world.
More than 7,000
Roll A,
photos
take.
from 65 countries were submitted for the annual Big Picture
No Stefan.
Natural World Photography Competition. Finalists were selected for categories including landscape,
Less than a minute.
wind life, and more. The grand prize winner was American photographer
He's in.
Doreen Agner.
Tell him
who
less than a minute.
captured
Need
the
to hustle.
mating dance
Stand by
of
one.
Cactus bees. That's a pretty amazing photo.
And
wow.
dissolve.
I wonder how much that lens cost.
A lot.
We get to the
But you
Mega,
know
6
what?
p.m.
It's
L1
worth
and
it
2.
when you're
Stand by
capturing
B.
like that, I guess.
I can do point and shoot, and that's enough trouble right there with the phone.
Add the
I'm
copyright.
with
Stand by
the
B.
iPhone, that's
Sound
about
clean.
You're
Stand
not
by the
doing the
flash.
aperture settings and the f-stops.
No, not.
Okay.
I'm just a simple gal.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. That'll do it here for the news at 5.
2 LMPD officers who rescued a baby will be sitting down to talk with us. That is coming up next on the news at 6.
Roll B. Sound flash. We need a mic check from Stefan. Mic check. Stand by camera 2.
So, that means my baby's no good.
A newborn baby stops breathing and her parents are desperate for help. What they found
With their
inside
names.
was a Broadway
I just
gas
lost all my
station
marks.
that could probably save the child's life.
A cold front this weekend does not bring you much temperature relief.
20
but it
seconds.
does bring a rain chance. We're timing those out hour by hour in your forecast.
I mean, he was just a terrorist with.
We will roll on Stefan's tag. Have him take a step to his right, please. 10 away. Let him know there is a cross shot. He stepped over way too far. And stand by 2. Stand by to tween. Tween, Mike and Q. Stand by 2. Stand by to make your move.
Metro Louisville police officers were approached by
Make your
a man
move.
in desperate
Stand by
need of
camera
help.
3.
WDRB Stefan Johnson explains.
Does he have a prompter? Stand by 3 with.
Seconds later.
And take.
Guys, it was a
Stand by
newborn
X.
baby who was
Sound.
unconscious and
Clean.
not breathing, so the officers knew they didn't have a lot of time.
Rolex take. We will roll on Stefan's tag.
Officers Noah Cole and Nick Green had just started their shift and were approached by a frantic father with limited English but in desperate need of help.
He said, my baby's no bueno. So, that means my baby's no good.
We have 1 super at 110. Greg. I see Scott in Studio
In the parking
B.
lot of Shorty's Food
Camera
Mart
2,
on
check your
18th and Broadway,
returns.
The officers found the mother and baby in the back seat of
We
the
are
pickup
rolling
truck.
for
The baby
Stefan's
was in my
tag.
hands, and it was lifeless at that point.
On every run, everybody has a job. His job at that point was taking care of that baby.
So I started doing, CPR on the baby.
As Officer Green performed CPR, his partner
We'll
radioed
intro
for
on
help.
7, then we'll tag on
As soon
6.
as possible.
Does the iris on... We're introing on 6,
And
tag on
seconds later,
7.
a sign of life from the newborn and a sigh of relief for the officers.
When the baby started screaming and whining, that was like, okay, we're getting oxygen to the brain, there's oxygen being inside the body, so that was the ultimate sign of relief.
Green and Cole are rookie officers, but they've both had CPR
Camera
training.
1 can go to the weather center. We will be 2-boxing the weather.
But you don't have to
Stand
be
by
a first
super.
responder to learn CPR.
A lot of
Add
times whenever
super.
somebody calls 911, our call takers will actually
Lose
guide them
super. Does
through
Hannah
how to
know we're
start
2-boxing?
CPR on scene before we get there.
30.
Greg Lau is a paramedic with Louisville Metro EMS and says learning CPR can help save
No more
time
super.
and
Stand by
lives.
3 with his
The more
name.
that you can know and the more
20 away.
quicker that we can get somebody
3,
on
then
scene
ME2A.
that is trained and provides
15.
life-saving measures, the better off that person's going to be. We got it.
Meanwhile,
10.
chances are good the officers saved the baby's life, but they still don't see themselves as heroes.
5.
Something we took an oath to do, serve and protect our community, and that's just part of the job.
Stand by 2 dissolve.
Another day in the job.
Dissolve. Stand by
The baby's name is
ME2A.
Emma, and
Add
we're
his
happy
name.
to
Stand by
report she
ME2A.
was
Stand by to
released
roll
from
A.
hospital on Thursday.
Studio B is
Stefan
next.
Johnson, WDRB.
Roll A, take. Stand by camera 6.
Pure hell. The
With
Floyd
his
County,
name.
Kentucky sheriff says his deputies were in a war zone for hours last night.
They were trying to serve a domestic violence warrant on Lance Stores. In the end, Stores was captured by police.
I am done rolling
but
on
not before
Stefan.
2 police officers and a canine were killed.
Stand by
WDRB
6
Scott
with-
Reynolds details what happened in Allen, Kentucky.
Take.
Scott?
Stand by B.
Stevensburg Police
Sound.
Captain Ralph Frazier.
Under.
Also, Floyd County Sheriff's Deputy William Petrie and K9 Drago, all victims of Stores rampage.
Roll B sound take.
I mean, he was just a terrorist with a mission, and he was out to succeed.
Stand by to update to a banner. Update.
4
Mike
other
Q. Stand by
police
X.
officers were also
Sound.
hurt.
Under.
And emergency
I need a
management
BAM
officials
split
left. 3 of those
of
officers
A. New
remain
split
in
of
the
A.
hospital tonight. 1 is in critical condition. Another officer was released today. The county sheriff
We'll go
describes
clean.
the barrage of gunfire.
We'll go clean.
officers
Stand by
faced.
2 dissolve. Roll X dissolve.
The one deputy,
Have him step over.
laid
Stand by
under
camera
vehicle for
7.
hours.
ME2B in the returns.
Ringing over his head, and actually at one time the car that
Right
he was under,
Vobox.
just took a barrage of bullets and shot the K9 dog.
Standby 7, standby VO tag.
This gentleman was under that car.
Mike Q.
Stores was in court this morning. He's being held.
We'll go
on
clean
$10
at
million
first. Stand by 7,
bond,
stand by to
and he's
relay.
facing a number of charges.
Relay take.
The bodies of
Stand by to
Captain
add the name.
Frazier
Stand by
and
camera
Deputy
2.
were taken to a funeral this afternoon in Floyd County. A long processional escorting their bodies along Interstate 64. Firefighters, also members of the public, standing up there on an
Add his
overpass
name. Stand by
to
camera
pay
2.
their respects.
Clean.
Scott Reynolds, WDRB News.
Take. Stand by B. VO. Banner.
This weekend will mark
Suitor
7
can head to
years
Studio
since
B.
Bardstown mother Crystal Rogers
Roll
went
B.
missing.
Take.
Rogers' car was
Stand by
found on the side of
E2.
Bluegrass
Stand by 2
Parkway in
dissolve.
2015. Her purse, phone,
Lose the
and
logo
keys
and
were still
L2.
inside, but there was no sign of the mother of 5.
Safe in the
Her
side
boyfriend
monitor.
at the
Keep
time,
E2
Brooks Howe,
in the
was
stack.
The last person to see her alive. He's been named the main suspect, but has never been charged with a crime in this case. The FBI
Stand by
took over the
E2, stand by 2
investigation
dissolve.
2 years ago and has executed multiple search
Dissolve.
warrants.
Stand by
Today, the
ME2B.
FBI
Generic
released a
weather
statement
out to
saying investigators
ME2B
are still
clean.
working on the case,
We'll go
and
clean.
they, quote, want nothing more than to bring a sense
Stand by
of
generic
closure
weather.
to Crystal Rogers' family and the community of Bardstown.
Generic weather. Out to him.
It is
Stand by
4th of
camera
July
1
weekend, lots
with
of hot days ahead and maybe even some storms, Hannah.
Yes, we're gonna have
And
to
take one. Stand by weather graphics. Clean.
This long weekend, but it doesn't storm on
And
all day. That's the great
dissolve.
news. Plenty of time for those
Camera
outdoor
1, go to
plans.
corner 3D.
However you want to make some
Fallon
fun
goes to
this
the
weekend.
stack.
We're watching exactly two storms
Bank
in our
2.
area right now. One just
Bam
north of
Sports
Madison,
Alt.
moving out of our communities. This storm has my attention a little bit more. Just
I need
outside
sport
Morristown.
LEDs
This
in
is gonna
Studio
head
B,
towards
sport
Mitchell in the next few
LEDs.
minutes.
Stand by
Wind gusts
camera
in this
1.
storm could be as strong as 40
Weather
miles
prompter
an hour.
1.
Now, for some perspective, we have to see gusts closer to 60
Cue up
to get a
prompter.
thunderstorm warning on this. I don't think we're looking at that. You might also see hail.
Now I need
and
to
dust
stand by
rolling
1
out of that storm,
and
obviously
dissolve.
there's thunder and lightning there.
Set up a right
Now, no
Vobox.
clouds certainly bubbling up,
You already
but we're not
did. I
seeing
need the sports
thunderstorms
DDR.
here. Those storms
Sports
are
DDR.
just hanging in our far northern communities in southern Indiana. We are going to hold on to that chance for isolated
Say-
storms in
what was that,
Indiana
Studio B?
only through the afternoon, or through the evening rather.
We didn't hear what you said,
All night
Mason.
we stayed warm and
We got
mild,
it.
with temperatures dropping down
ME2A in the
into upper
returns.
80s after sunset.
Stand by
Beyond
camera
this, it
3.
is a long weekend for the
On
holiday.
ME2A,
We see
I
storm
need
chances
A in the
every
big,
single day over
5
the
in the
next 3
small.
days. We're also going to stay hot and humid. A
We'll have
cold
that
front makes an
dramatic
appearance
sports coming up for
between
that full
Saturday
screen.
and Sunday. That's why I say brief relief.
Stand by
On
camera
airports
3.
On Sunday, your high only 89 degrees there.
I do need
But those
single
storm
shots on all
chances are
3
gonna be a
camera
little bit of an
on
issue
5
if
and
you wanna
7.
maybe grill out with some friends over
Because
the
we will
weekend
come
or
out
head
to
the
7
lake.
first with
So
Suitor
I'll
before
walk
we go to the
through
2 shot.
timing of these storms.
Stand by
Out of
camera
that,
3,
I'll
stand
make those
by.
plans when I see you again in about 10 or 15 minutes.
Take 3. Stand by
Indiana.
E3.
Indiana parents can now schedule COVID-19
Dee Dee, I'm sorry,
vaccine
but
appointments
it's
for children
busy block.
5 and younger.
Dissolve.
The Hoosier State
If it's
is
not
offering
necessary,
Moderna
sorry. Stand by
vaccine
camera
for
3.
6
Update
months to
E2.
5 years
Is
old.
S&D correct?
The Pfizer vaccine is available for children up to 4 years old. Appointments can be made at ourshot.in.gov. You can also call 211 for help or ask your child's
Stand by
physician
3.
if they're offering the vaccine.
Take 3. Stand by
The city is
X.
moving
VO.
forward with plans
Banner.
to tear down LMPD headquarters downtown.
Roll X. Take.
Metro
Stand by
government has
S&D.
filed for a
Sports
permit
animation to
demolish
S&D
the
is
building
next.
At 7th and Jefferson Streets. The headquarters was built in 1955
Reset 3D.
and was only expected to be used for 65
Set up a
years.
L1 blur
The building
V4.
is now in bad shape with structural issues.
Stand
The
by
city is
sports
buying
animation.
AT&T
Are we gonna have
on
it?
Chestnut Street for a new headquarters. LMPD Chief Erica Shields said in April the plan is
About
for
15
a good
seconds.
portion of the department to be in the new headquarters by the end
You
of
ready to
next
hot punch
year.
7 on the
City
sports?
leaders will
All right, we
discuss
got
what
it.
to
Stand by
do with
sports
the
out to
site
S&D.
at a downtown development meeting on July 13th.
Sports. Stand by S&D with Suitor's Mike. Mike Suitor, S&D.
This is not about
Stand by camera
competition,
7,
and it's
clean.
Definitely not for the athletes. Hope it won't affect our 2023 recruiting
Stand by 2,
class.
dissolve.
I can hear Bill Walton now.
Dissolve.
Some of the comments from
Stand
this
by
week's
6,
Wake Up in
clean.
College Sports. USC and UCLA will join Indiana, Purdue, Michigan, and Ohio State.
Stand by 6.
Conference partners in the Big Ten in 2024.
Take 6.
WDRB's Eric Crawford
Stand by
joins us
camera.
now. Good to see you as always.
Stand by
Glad to be
E3.
here. I wish I was Bill Walton. That'd be a little more interesting, maybe. But we'll do our best.
Stand by 2,
You did a
dissolve with the
pretty good
music.
job on your run.
Try.
A lot of mixed emotions here, as you know. The Big Ten is up to the Big
Dissolve.
16. So what does this mean for other conferences like the SEC,
Stand by
Pac-12,
5.
ACC, or the Big 12? If other schools decide to move too, will this dissolve other conferences?
Well, it could, and that's
And
the worry here at Louisville with the ACC.
dissolve
Remember,
5.
The SEC started all this a year ago.
Lose the music,
Added
stand by
Texas and
6.
Oklahoma, and that meant that other conferences had to take a look
We'll have
at
a
the
banner on
landscape.
this next
And
question.
really, USC and UCLA took a look at the landscape and said,
So
if
go
we're gonna
with, but
survive
wait
and
for
be
the
on top
banner.
flight level,
We'll go
we
with,
need
but
to
wait
get
for the
in a
banner.
conference that's going to be a
Until
big
he asks that
player
question.
in the end, and that was the Big
Banner,
Ten,
both banners.
geographically, whether it makes sense or
All
not.
right, take.
USC and UCLA.
Go ahead and add the
obviously on
banner.
other side
Stand
of
by
the country.
Emmy
From a
to
student
A.
athlete
Stand by to
perspective
roll.
here,
Stand by
most
A
of us
full
trying to
under.
get
Stand by
their
A
degrees,
full
right? So
under.
what kind of pressure will kids see traveling
by A
across
full
the country
under.
to play in a game?
Well, it's a good question.
Roll
and
A,
we don't know
dissolve.
how this is going to work yet, but the average distance.
Stand by
from
Emmy
UCLA
to
to
A
any
under
Big Ten school
and
is
dissolve.
2,000 miles at least.
Stand by
We're talking
camera
about
6.
Long plane rides, all of these so-called non-revenue sports. You figure they're going to make one trip, play a bunch of teams at once,
Under.
and come back. Trying
We'll
to
keep
limit
the
the number
banner.
of trips each they have to make, but you're talking about being away maybe 10 days at a time.
Stand by 6,
For
stand
a
by 2,
couple
dissolve.
times during the season. It's going to be really tough. These are long trips. Even the closest trip is 1,500 miles, and you're talking about a long plane ride.
Dissolve.
For sure. Let's talk about money.
Put
too. It's
B
obviously
in
a
the
big
big box
factor
on
in
Emmy
every
2A.
facet of life.
Stand
We
by
already know
5
basketball and
full.
Football will be set. But how
Under.
about sports teams like swim, tennis, and soccer? How are they going to be able to afford flying, once or twice a week for games?
Well, they'll be making more
And
money than
take
they will.
5,
That's
give me
the
his
one
name.
thing. If this didn't make
Stand by
sense to
Emmy
me,
to
it wasn't
A.
a
Stand by to
big
roll
player,
B
you wouldn't
under.
see
Give me the
space doing it.
banner.
They're gonna
And
get a
roll
ton of
B,
money
dissolve.
in their media contract. It's just
Stand by
gonna be
6,
it.
then we'll
There's
go to
no bus
1.
rides in this league for these two schools. They're going to be flying everywhere and long flights. So they're going to have to figure that out, and it's going to be tough.
Stand by to hot punch 6 on
Financially,
the
they'll
small
be
box.
okay. It's the
Key
time
2.
commitment that's going to be big.
And what do
Take.
you think this means for our teams like UK and Louisville? They have a lot to
Stand
look
by
forward to within their athletics.
Stand by
department.
5 full
But what
under.
can we expect to see from them if teams start to lead the ACC and then the SEC too?
And dissolve.
The SEC is going to be fine. They're going to add. They're not going to subtract. They started this, and they will finish it.
We'll go 6th and 1. He's going to toss to us Sports Web, but we do not roll it. That's for a later show.
Big Ten is going to be around. The question is, where does
Stand by
Louisville
6
wind up?
clean.
Does the ACC stay viable? Can it add some teams and survive? Or does Louisville again find itself on the outside looking in, trying to get into one of these other two leagues, the SEC and the Big Ten? And I don't know what the chances are of that.
Take.
So a lot of reasons
Stand by
for us to
camera
watch this
1.
pretty
Tease
closely.
is next.
Yes,
6:30
absolutely.
tween coming up.
Always appreciate the insight, Eric.
Good.
Stand by
Right
1.
now online, Eric
Tease
has
is
5
next.
takeaways from this Big Ten bombshell. You can read more on WDRB.com. Just click on sport.
Take 1. Stand by
Change
X sound.
the
Stand by to
Louisville
flash.
water residents, and it could impact the money in your wallet.
Roll X sound flash.
That meter
Stand by to
is
6:30
the
tween
method
to A.
get all of our
Clean.
customers in Jefferson County to a monthly bill.
Mike Q. Stand by A. VO.
Transition from bi-monthly to monthly
Tween.
billing. Plus, it's the first day of the
Roll A.
Madison Regatta at 6:30.
Stand by B.
Hear from
We're
the
gonna
Regatta
sport tween to
president
Bs.
about bringing fans back.
And sport
it's a
tween.
wrap
Roll
for the
B.
month of June. These pictures by
Stand by to fade to
WBS
black. Stand by your
Sponsors
break
us to
master.
look back at Angels Court opening
Gets a break
in
first.
Shively Park, and Louisville baseball winning another NCAA regional title.
And
more of them right now on WDRB.com.
music full. And fade to black. Roll your break.